know, it's so much history here, and you see the patina signs, and it's nice that they've repaved certain areas, but the track's just the old track. I mean, it really teaches you back to short track racing, you know, being easy on that gas pedal. There's some different strategies you can use to try and take care of the rear tires. But yeah, no, we had a blast, and can't wait to come back. Just finally getting here, I think it's cool. You know, I mean, this place was dormant forever, and now we're here and it's alive, and you can feel the momentum it's building. Oh, it's going to be electric. You know, I mean, you're going to feel that feel that they had in the 90s here, I'm sure, you know, when they're packed out and getting to enjoy a race at near home, which is awesome. It's going to be exciting. Yeah, no, it's rough out there. It's gritty. It's North Wilkesboro.
Yes, when we came out here for that track cleanup day, that was to clean the racetrack up for a scan to preserve it electronically, basically, because that was the end, right? Had no idea that this was even an option. I don't know, maybe it was back then and they just weren't telling people. Maybe it wasn't, but the fact to see where it is right now after all of that, to see the changes. I mean, we came out here and drug a shovel around the racetrack couple laps and watched Dale make laps with a street sweeper, and it was cold and misty and nasty, and it was still a lot of fun just to try and get that history and preserve it. Wasn't in this way. First of all, I think it's a good thing we don't have a bunch of volunteers trying to do everything that y'all got going on right now. It's probably for the best, guaranteed. And I don't know, it's just so cool to see the progress made. It's neat to see the mix of old with the new out here. I think it's going to be a great time. I know the fans are going to love it. It's going to be awesome to get everybody back out, and I think it's going to put on a really good race too. Yeah, it was, well, Dale never gave up that sweeper. So, yeah, we had a shovel and a broom. But, no, it was a lot of fun in the race car. Got to make several hundred laps with our Faststone Mustang, so that was a great time. I think we learned a lot. Went through many different tire options, and we got to figure out where we lie there still. But it's cool to make laps around it. It's rough around the edges, right? It's got a ton of character, very little grip. Makes you work for it, and feeling it a little bit already, and can't wait for tomorrow.
What was that like?
I was mocking the guys earlier. I said I feel like we go to road courses where we don't have this much elevation change, so not typical for a short track, but it's unique. I guess I say all that. So Mike Herman Jr., our spotter, raced here, and so we were down there looking at old photos, and he said the biggest thing was remember the elevation. To your point there, he said you're going downhill into one. Don't try and bury it in there like you're driving into turn 3. The grip level is way down as well, but it makes a big deal, and it is it's funny how different the two ends are. Yeah, I can imagine. It's going to be packed. I'd imagine everybody's going to be pumped to come out here. And I don't feel like it's going to be one of those racetracks that's going to be a fad because it's new. I think you're going to have a very loyal fan base for this racetrack for a long time.
You know, just when you're on that racetrack, when you look at this racetrack, the surface, the characteristics to it, the elevation, gain and loss that you have, the track being, you know, on a hill, yeah, it feels really old school, and yeah, it's very much different from a lot of the racetracks that we have now on the circuit, and I really enjoyed today. None. Came in pretty much totally, you know, open-minded. You know, we didn't really get a lot of opportunities to really work on this place. Not a lot of information. Really couldn't do any sim work. So we kind of came in here with, you know, the team's best guess, and I, you know, came in here with totally open mind. It was pretty much ready to kind of adapt and just take on the day. And thankfully, we started really close. Everyone on the team at 2311 did a really good job of having the car right where it needed to be from the start of the day. So yeah, it made all the tire changes that the Goodyear had and that we went through pretty easy to make decisions and understand what those tire changes were like. So yeah, I just really enjoyed making our 20 and 50 lap runs that we did here today. You really have to, like I said, approach this place much differently. A 50 lap run at a place like Vegas or Martinsville or Bristol is so much different than it is here. You're just attacking a lot of those racetracks. In this one, you really have to respect the racetrack, respect your car, and think really long term. Reminds me of late model racing. I've only got one start in an asphalt late model, but it reminds me a lot of that. Just the experience in a whole. Seeing this place filled with people, getting to race around the other competitors on this racetrack, see who's really got it and who doesn't. But I think for me, more than anything, for this event, is just the entire experience, seeing the energy that will be here. I'm really excited to be a part of it. I'm not even worried about getting home. I'm really excited to just be here.